Oh my f***ing god.
Have you ever wondered what it takes to venture into the Earth's most hidden and treacherous places? For some explorers, caves aren't just geological formations, they're mysterious realms to conquer.
Cowabunga!
But with every descent into the darkness, the stakes grow higher, the risks sharper. For a few, what started as a journey of discovery ended in unimaginable horror. Today, we reveal the haunting stories of brave cave explorers who met their end deep within the earth, far from the light of day. Brace yourself as we dive into the tragic tales of cave explorers who died a horrifying death. Imagine the suffocating darkness, the cold, damp air pressing down, and the sheer panic when you realize there's no escape. For John Edward Jones, this nightmare became a haunting reality. On November 24, 2009, the experienced spelunker and trainee doctor ventured into Utah's Nutty Putty Cave, a notorious system known for its narrow, twisting passages. He was seeking an adrenaline rush, an echo of childhood memories exploring caves with his brother. But what started as a thrill turned catastrophic when John attempted to navigate a tight passage ominously nicknamed the Birth Canal. Pinned upside down, unable to move, John's chest was compressed, restricting his breathing. The hours stretched into an agonizing 28-hour ordeal as rescue teams worked desperately to free him. The walls of the cave seemed to tighten around him, a cruel reminder of the isolation deep beneath the earth. Despite their tireless efforts, rescuers couldn't pull him out without risking fatal injuries. John's final moments were spent speaking to his family, voices relayed through rescuers, offering comfort in the face of helplessness. Tragically, the cave became his tomb, and after his passing, the authorities sealed Nutty Putty permanently, leaving his body where it fell, forever enshrined in the pitch-black silence. John's story serves as a stark reminder of nature's unforgiving power and the fine line between adventure and peril. He was a devoted father, husband, and brother, whose passion led him to the depths, but left an emptiness that echoes in his absence. Have you ever imagined the terror of being trapped underground as water rises, with no way out? In June 1967, 6 young cavers faced this unimaginable nightmare in the Mossdale caverns of North Yorkshire, England. Their names were John Ogden, Jeff Boyrow, Bill Frakes, David Adamson, Michael Ryan, and Colin Vickers, all passionate explorers who loved the thrill of navigating the unknown. That day, rain poured relentlessly, turning their adventure into a fatal ordeal. The narrow passages of the cave flooded rapidly, trapping them with no chance of escape. Rescue teams worked tirelessly, but the unforgiving waters sealed their fate before help could reach them. The Mossdale caving disaster remains one of the most haunting stories in caving history, a sobering reminder of nature's power and the thin line between exploration and tragedy. Have you ever imagined the terror of being lost in utter darkness, with hope fading by the day? In 1984, this was the grim fate of Peter Verhulsel, a 29-year-old experienced diver and caver who became separated from his group in the Sterkfontein caves west of Johannesburg. On September 29th, while exploring with friends, Peter lost contact with the guideline meant to lead them back. For 3 weeks he waited, trapped on a tiny underground beach in the pitch black, until starvation claimed his life. When rescuers finally found him, they discovered a heart-wrenching detail. Scrawled in the sand was his final message: "I love you, Cheryl and Ma." A haunting testament to love amidst tragedy. hours of August 18, 2005, a tragic event unfolded in Provo's Cave of Death on Y Mountain. 4 friends, Jennifer Lynn Galbraith, 21, Ariel Singer, 18, J. Blake Donner, 24, and Scott Kelron McDonald, 28, set out to explore the cave, which led them through a narrow, water-filled tunnel to a small chamber. The passage, just 15 feet long and 2.5 feet in diameter, required holding one's breath and using a guide rope to navigate. The group successfully reached the cavern, but on their way back, disaster struck when one friend became stuck in the tunnel, blocking the path for the others. With water stirred to cloudiness and visibility reduced to zero, panic likely set in. Rescuers later found the bodies facing the entrance, evidence of their desperate attempt to escape. The scene was chilling. One victim floating in a slim airspace, another on the tunnel floor, and the remaining 2 farther back. City officials, unaware of the cave's existence until then, sealed it after the tragedy to prevent future incidents. The loss shattered their families and friends. Jennifer's father spoke of her adventurous spirit and love for new experiences, while Donner's cousin remembered him as a talented musician. Their story remains a haunting testament to nature's unforgiving power. On March 27, 1982, a Boy Scout outing at Crooked Swamp Cave in Sussex County, New Jersey, turned into a fatal ordeal. Don Weltner, 48, a New Jersey state trooper with limited caving experience, led the group in a game of manhunt after lunch. Despite warnings, Weltner entered a narrow body-sized crevice and slipped, becoming wedged in a position that trapped him head down. Attempts by rescuers to pull him free using ropes failed, and his condition worsened as hypothermia set in. Efforts to warm him with hot water bottles and heaters proved ineffective. By 1 a.m. on Sunday, Weltner was slipping into incoherence. At 6 a.m., rescuers began drilling a 20-foot shaft to intercept the passage, only to miss by over 10 feet. Despite efforts with jackhammers and explosives, they could not move him further. Tragically, Weltner succumbed before being freed, and his body was recovered after days of intense work. The incident underscored the risks of daring caving maneuvers and the importance of safety in challenging environments. Włodek Szymanowski's tragic death in the Gouffre Berger in 2005 was a sobering moment for the caving community. As an experienced and passionate member of the Oxford University Cave Club, Włodek's adventurous spirit had taken him on many challenging expeditions. During this fateful journey, a sudden intense storm struck, causing water levels in the cave to surge dramatically. Włodek and his team were caught off guard by the rapid flooding, which trapped them deep within the intricate passages. Post-incident analyses highlighted the harsh realities of cave exploration. The unexpected storm was more severe than predicted, leading to a swift rise in water that blocked escape routes. Despite prompt rescue efforts, the overwhelming surge made it impossible to reach Włodek in time. Tragically, he succumbed to drowning as the floodwaters overtook the chamber. His death emphasized the critical importance of accurate weather forecasting and thorough emergency preparedness in caving expeditions. Włodek's memory serves as a powerful reminder of both the allure and peril of cave exploration, inspiring future adventurers to prioritize safety and vigilance. Neil Moss, a 21-year-old geology student from Balliol College, Oxford, was known for his keen mind and passion for exploration. On March 22, 1959, he joined a team to delve into the deep caverns of Peak Cavern in Derbyshire, aiming to push beyond known boundaries. During the descent, Neil attempted to navigate a narrow 14-inch wide shaft called the Vice, where he became trapped, wedged by the hard, unyielding rock. The rescue effort was immense. Well over 200 cavers and rescue workers, supported by countless villagers, worked tirelessly to save him. Volunteers battled the suffocating conditions deep underground, enduring extreme carbon dioxide levels that restricted access and threatened their own safety. They lowered supplies of food, water, and oxygen to Neil, and tried various techniques to pull him free. Despite their valiant efforts, the complexity of the shaft and deteriorating air quality proved insurmountable. After 35 agonizing hours, Neil succumbed to asphyxiation. The cave became his final resting place, as rescuers were unable to safely retrieve his body. This tragedy resonated deeply within the caving community, marking a turning point that emphasized the need for enhanced safety protocols and better emergency preparedness in challenging cave environments. These stories remind us that nature, while awe-inspiring, can be unforgiving. The courage of these explorers took them to places few dare to go, but their tragic ends leave us with a chilling respect for the perils lurking beneath our feet. Which of these stories gripped you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you're fascinated by more tales of adventure and danger, don't forget to subscribe. Remember, the world holds secrets, some too dark to uncover. Until next time, stay curious but stay safe.